Hey there, Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. It's Maggie. Welcome to Moonlit Waters. I am super excited that you decided to stop by and check out what's going on. We have the energy for the week of November 29th through December 5th. This week has the energy of really getting clear on what it is that you want, and then tapping that motivation, that inner motivation, to actually start chasing it down, and the opportunity to do so. We have an eclipse. We have Neptune stationing direct. So lots of powerful energy happening here. All right, so that's the third time this card has shown up. It was the third time for that one too. I'm literally only on number 7, but having some internet issues today. So I'm sorry. Okay. Let's think about this for a moment. This is so not like Taurus. We have the never-ending story. And the never-ending story is that story we keep telling ourselves over and over and over again. And we wallow in the energy of it, but it's not a positive story. So, all right, so Taurus, here you go. So the thing about stories, the ones we tell ourselves, whether they're positive or negative, they activate the emotional energy that we have. You have the Imagine card. And so the Imagine card suggests to me that you could imagine a new ending, one that is fair and balanced. So, right, so what they're showing me, okay, so when I was a kid, I used to have this nightmare that was repetitive. I had the nightmare over and over and over again. I'd be down in my basement, there were flying monkeys. Wizard of Oz may have played a part in this, but I had this dream so often, who the heck knows. And I would run up the stairs to try to get away from them, and they would always chase me down, and then I'd get out into my yard, and there was always this big old bear that would attack me. I mean, this was a repetitive dream. I could easily slip right into the energy of it right now if you know, without, I'm already seeing all the pieces of it. Okay, so I got sick and tired of that dream. So I came running up the stairs away from the monkeys again, and I got to the top of the stairs, and I got out into the backyard, and I know I was standing next to the trash can, and I stopped, and I turned around, and I go, this is just a dream, you aren't real, and I'm waking up now. And I did. I never had the dream again. And then, but the bear was still there, because the bear showed up in another dream, like I wasn't down in the basement anymore, but I was upstairs, and the bear was attacking me. And I woke up and I said, I'm so tired of that too. So I imagined me beating the bear, getting the bear to stop doing what it was doing and scaring it off, and it never came back. And so the thing about that is it was so real to me because it happened repetitively. It was a story that kept playing over and over in my head until I changed the ending. I imagined a different outcome. Whenever I have nightmares, I do the same thing. And you're saying, well, I can't do that in real life, but you can. You can absolutely do that. You could tap your imagination and use it to tell yourself a better story about yourself. Anything that happened before January of 2021 doesn't count. Doesn't count. When we had that new moon eclipse in Sagittarius conjunct the galactic center, what was it, like in the 19th last year of December, and the 20th, it was on the solstice? It was on the solstice, so it was like on the 20th. That was such major, powerful energy that came just flooding the earth, flooding it. And it was here, and it's been coming in waves and coming in waves. And since the eclipse that we just had in your sign, we just had an eclipse in your sign, and that was to release and let go of. And I know that for me personally, as I've been in this energy, that I found myself storytelling. Lots of stories. Not even bad ones. Some of them. Some of them weren't so great. And I was like, why am I in that energy? I don't want to. Because when you go into the story, you go into the emotional energy. And the emotional energy is what is real. it causes the fears, it causes the anxiety. It's all that energy there, and it needs to be brought up and released. And there's been the stirring up, almost like you have a glass and there's water in it, and it's got like all these chunks in it, and you stir it, and they all come up floating up to the top, and you have to deal with them. You can't drink it when it's like that, right? So you need to filter the water, and you're being given the opportunity right now to filter your stories, to filter the crap right out. That stuff doesn't matter anymore. If you're carrying, when I was looking at this energy with spirit of this eclipse that we're having coming up on this weekend, it was the energy of a hot air balloon and untying, untethering it from the ground, but you still couldn't get off the ground because there were so many sandbags still attached, and the sandbags were the old stories, the old emotional energy, the old crap that no longer serves you, the old this is how people have viewed you, so those are the stories you tell yourself. These are the crappy ass things we've done, so those are the stories I tell myself. These are the people I've judged, and I'm all the regrets, the anger, the resentment, the frustration, the negative stories about ourselves that we keep telling ourselves over and over and over and over again. That's what's in those sandbags. And all you have to do is untie the sandbag and let it go. And you will lift off. You will float into this higher frequency energy that so wants you to lift up. And so you're being asked to do this because this lifetime we have been balancing karmic scales. You have the to be fair, right? This is karma. You get to write a new story. Everybody does. That North Node has been in Gemini, and Gemini is about the stories we tell each other about ourselves, and the stories others tell us about ourselves, and the stories we tell ourselves about ourselves. It's the storyteller. The North Node's been there, and it has been working its way from the 30-degree point back to zero. And come middle of January, it's zero. And the North Node slides into your sign. And so you have a clean slate. And these stories don't exist anymore because you get to write new stories. You get to write any story that you want to, that you imagine. And this is really powerful. You also had the Observer that came out. The Observer says to look at things from a different vantage point, from a distance. To see things from a higher vantage point, but I think he's got the telescope backwards. It's almost like, this almost looks like, oh, that's so weird. This is like you can bring your dreams in closer. If you will just allow yourself to observe things from a different perspective. Not from down here in misery. Wow. Hey, if you guys haven't checked out your month ahead reading, you really should. That December month ahead reading for Taurus was amazing. It was very profound. Actually, all of them this month really were, and I think it's because we're turning the page. We're changing directions. So, all right, I'm going to hustle on here because this literally was supposed to be like a 12-minute reading. Okay, so Neptune stations direct when the moon gets in, on Wednesday at 8:22 a.m. The moon gets into Scorpio, your house of partnership, a little bit before that at 6:55 a.m. And that moon is going to trine Neptune, that's stationed direct, and it's going to conjunct Mars just about at the same time. And so this is powerful energy about what is it that you truly want and what is the next action step you're going to take. This is motivation to chase down your dreams. You have single-mindedness. Focus on what you want, not on the crap that doesn't matter anymore. If it did not happen in the past 12 months, it is really old energy. If it happened before 2012, oh my gosh, that's so ancient energy. Because the Aquarian energy started floating in around then. And now it's just coming in it's like sloshing in, big old waves just coming in. And it's coming in waves because our bodies cannot absorb all this higher frequency. And so this past 18 months, we have been letting go, letting go, letting go. And then last year, this last 12 months, and for sure, lots of cleansing and clearing. And you guys get to have the first sign change since this energy has really been coming in. It's very powerful. Choose your own path and what is best suited for you. You don't have to stay stuck in the old stories. They are just anchors. They're just anchors. Let them go. Drop them off. You don't need that. Moon is into Sagittarius at 7:13 a.m. on Friday. It's getting ready for that new moon eclipse. If you want to view the new moon eclipse, then you will be like one of 35 people that are down in the Antarctic. So most of you don't get to see it. South Africa gets to see like a partial lunar eclipse, but mostly no. But it doesn't mean you won't feel the energy of it. Look, that looks like an eclipse. That looks like the moon conjunct the sun. It's called love. It's the big old heart energy coming off of that. You have the feline. To me, this feels like single-mindedness, hunting down, chasing down what you want. Feline, it feels like this looks very fiery. Ow, it's really annoying. Okay, it really looks to me like a cheetah. When I see the cheetah, I always think go the distance. Just go the distance. Don't let anything stop you from achieving it. Okay, so the feline says, perhaps it feels as though nothing is happening at the moment. Life does have its lulls and its downtime. The energy of the cat is strong within this picture. Okay, so you may feel like you're not making any progress. Okay, go the distance. All right, so here's... This energy, the North Node's moving into, oh wow, into some really fixed energy. Taurus is a fixed sign. South Node's in Scorpio, another fixed sign. I always say that if you're going to get a fixed sign to move in a new direction, it's like Neptune. Neptune is this huge planet that stations direct on Wednesday, but it is going to take it the whole month before it even really looks like it's even moving, and it might be longer than that. I didn't get into January to see, but in December it's still at 20 degrees. So it's like trying to turn the 7th fleet around. It's like, oh, change of direction. Are you sure? Are you really sure? And then maybe, and I really do feel like that Taurus eclipse came in and said, no, I want to make this change. And then you're like, what? Why isn't the change happening? And honestly, there is a need to do things responsibly. And I don't see, okay, so we're not going to see, like the roots are being, you plant the seed of intention and then there's the roots. The system has to grow before the plant can come up. Things are happening even if you can't see them. But I feel like it's happening on an energetic level from within you. It's happening in your heart space. We have love, but look at that. It is blue. This is not lit up like the heart chakra. This is lit up like your truth. It's the throat chakra. The love card has come to you today to remind you that you are very much loved and cared for. When the road gets hard and life hurts, we often pull back in a knee-jerk reaction. We go into protective mode as a way of surviving the hurt. You are a kind, nurturing, and sensitive soul. You feel the wounds of your life and the hurts of the world deeply within your heart. This sensitivity is a part of your gift. It gives you great empathy and compassion for your fellow man. If you hide your gift away, it cannot serve you or anyone else. Spirit is lovingly calling to you, asking you that you begin to let down your guard, and if only just a little. Spirit wants to remind you that when you close down in an attempt to hold out the pain, You unknowingly hold out the good as well. There's a lot of love here for you, waiting for you. You just have to begin to let it in. Your love is what this world needs, and this world has much love to give you in return if you allow it to. Time to lower your defense and move on from the hurts of the past. It is time to open your tender heart to the world again. Your love holds the potential to heal not only yourself, but the people of this world in a very big way. Because you have drawn this card, you may find new love coming into your life. This could be in the form of intimate relationships, but it usually points to a mutually supportive friendship. Whichever it is, you will start to see the world supporting you in loving encouragement. Remember, it is those with the biggest hearts who often wound the deepest. However, they are the ones who can heal the world through the bounty and the magnitude of the love they hold within. And then you have this beautifully lit up looking pink chakra heart card here. It says simplicity. Life can sometimes seem very complicated. The simplicity card comes when the demands of life start to overwhelm us. It is time to get back to basics. It's time to take a time out so that you have the space to breathe and the quiet to think. It is time for the full assessment of what is and what is not working in your life right now. Things are not changing on a physical plane, like you can't see it, but things are changing within, big time. Spirit is calling you to begin making yourself a priority in your own life. They are asking that you put yourself in those things which help you feel closer to Source in front of everything else. You need a reprieve from the chaotic and hectic energy you're experiencing right now. When you're in touch with yourself and with Source, it helps to make it more manageable, helps you to feel steady on your feet. As you guys go through this next 18 months with the North Node in your sign, there's no need to rush. There's no need to push. You choose your path and what is right and appropriate for yourself. You make the changes, but you're not going to make them quickly. You're a fixed sign. And so don't expect yourself to do that. You don't have to be anything other than what you are and who you are. But you do get to change your mind. You do get to grow. You do get to say, hey, you know what? I've outgrown this pair of shoes, or that's not my style anymore, or I need to change the way I look or I feel. You're allowed to make changes. You're encouraged at this time to make the changes that you want to. You don't have to stay stuck in this energy of that's the way it's always been, so that's the way it'll always be. But look how miserable you are in that energy. And it's time to be fair to yourself and open up to your own imagination and allow yourself to visualize and co-create with Spirit what it is that you want to manifest and what it is that you want to bring in. God, you guys have got to watch if you haven't seen it yet. It was so powerful. There were several powerful readings this month. Yours stands out, Virgos. There was another one. I can't think of it right now. I just remember going, was it Capricorn? Oh, all the earth signs. I was just like, wow. It was really blowing me away. Look, you guys have here, okay, choose your own path and what is best for you, single-mindedness. Choosing your path, all is possible. If you can imagine it, you can create it. This is the energy. So I literally wrote down here, and I don't know if I told you this yet. The new moon happens at 2:44 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the U.S. on Saturday. It's at 12 degrees and 22 minutes. But what I wrote down is, do you believe in yourself? If so, you can achieve anything. Anything and everything. I want to say everything is possible. And look, you have the rainbow blessings. You don't get a rainbow unless there's been a storm. Blessings are showering in your life. This is a little perspective change. Things don't have to be the way they always were. You get to write a new chapter just like everybody else. You get to write a new chapter. The moon's going to move into Capricorn at 6:31 a.m. on Friday. This is a good energy to focus in on your next steps. The moon's going to trine Uranus in your sign. You might be feeling like things are shaking up a little. Oh my God. You guys, when I did your reading, I know I'm going to link it here, but when I did your reading, it was a welcome home to yourself message from Spirit. Like, come home to who you really are. Come home to who you were always supposed to be. To who you are inside. And look, you got Vesta, and Vesta is that. It says home. Now, this is very in the mundane here. It says your household situation is improving either through a move or a healthy change in the occupants. But I feel like the healthy change in the occupants is the healthy change inside of you, where you recognize your own value and your own importance. Your ruling planet of Venus is going to spend 4 months in Capricorn. She doesn't get out until March 6th, I think. She is there helping you remember your value and your worth and creating a plan for you to choose your path. Because anything you imagine, you can create. This is beautiful reading. Wow, Taurus. Man, if it's going to be like this for the next 18 months, I'm going to enjoy this. This is really nice energy. All right, guys, go get it. I am on Facebook at Moonlit Waters. And like I said, I will link your video right here. You guys take good care. You will have to open your heart in order to connect with Spirit. All right, you guys take good care.